All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Wednesday, May 22nd slate of games. Trey, leaderboard, start us off.
Yeah, guys, I am 0-0 at the moment. We are recording just before the game. Game tips off in about 15 minutes. Excited to get off here and watch this game. I gave out the Pacers to score over their 105.5 team total versus Celtics. They're high-flying, push the pace Pacers team, and I hope that they can push the score as high as they can go.
And I've got Boston minus 11. I am very confident in the play going up against the Pacers. Again, game hasn't started. Looking forward to watch them hopefully beat the crap out of them. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, and I am 0-0 here, obviously, as well, but my play was Miles Turner over 22.5 PRs against the Celtics. I have a lot of confidence in Turner. I feel like there's an outside chance that he hits this just on points alone.
Yeah, and I've got Pascal Siakam over 20.5 points. Again, kind of weird that I took an over for the Pacers, but I do think they're going to score a lot of points. Boston just might score 140. So hopefully he does score 21 points, and we get the 2-0 day sweep there with Miles Turner. Trey, let's go to the plays for tomorrow. We've got one game. It's going to be a good one. The Western Conference Finals. Timberwolves going up against the Mavericks. The T-Wolves at home. They're laying 4 points in this game. Has it changed?
Yes, it's still 4.
Laying 4. All right, I'll have you start.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a fun one to watch. That is because of both teams' playing styles, and we kind of have to throw the regular season matchups out the window, all 4 regular season matchups, because all those games happened before the Mavericks made all their trade deadline moves. But the T-Wolves, they did still win 3 out of those 4 games, and both teams' defenses have been showing up this postseason, and the total line reflects that, being set at 207.5 in this one. And I do expect this game to be competitive. I'm going to give out 2 plays. The first one's going to be the first quarter total points. I'm going to take the under 53.5 total points. And then my game pick, it's going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves minus 3.5 in this game. I feel like the game's going to be just a little flat early here, and I believe that for a couple of reasons. Offensively, I expect them to come out just a little bit tight in a massive game 1 in the conference finals. And both teams, they just lean on their defenses to win games. So I expect the defense to show up here and just force both offenses to struggle early. And that's why I love the under in the first quarter. And I do believe by the end of the game, the T-Wolves will win and cover because they're just coming off such a high in a Game 7 road win in Denver. And I think they're going to be able to keep riding it because this is a home game. They're going to have the home crowd behind them cheering them on. And I think that's going to make them be very strong defensively, but also able to make shots down the stretch as well. And I just expect the home team to control this series. But just because this game's in Minnesota, I'm going to take the T-Wolves to win this one. Give me the T-Wolves minus 3.5 versus the Mavericks. I'm also going with the under 53.5 total points in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the play. I'm going to go with you here. I'm going to take the T-Wolves minus 4 as the play. I thought it was very impressive game number 7, the comeback against the Denver Nuggets. I'm just hoping that they don't have a slow start in this game because it's important to win your home games. They can't afford to come out slow in this game because while I do think they are the better team, the Mavericks, they can't afford to come out slow in this game because while I do think they are the better team going up against the Mavericks, and they do have a lot of size advantage, the Mavericks have been playing some really good defense in the playoffs so far, and they have the best player on the court. Anytime you have the best player on the floor, you have a chance to win the game. And while Anthony Edwards is getting closer to the town of Luka, I think we can all agree that Luka is still the best player on the floor in this series. The reason I like the T-Wolves in this game is because I'm interested in see how the Dallas Mavericks match up with the sides of Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns down low. Towns, he's more of a softer 4. He doesn't like to bang with the bigs down low. He's more of a mid-range and three-point guy, even though he does have the bite to be in the paint. But they're going up against Rudy Gobert, who lives in the paint, and they really haven't had to deal with anything like that in the playoffs so far. Chet Holmgren, I love him. He's he's really good player, but he's not a factor down low whenever you're looking at guys to grab rebounds or score in the paint. That matchup for the Mavericks was a good one, but this time they have to match up with the 2 guys that are 7 foot tall, and they don't have the body to do that. I don't think Dallas is going to be able to match up well, and they're going to have to make adjustments in game number 2 to find a way to win. I think the T-Wolves are going to outsize them in this game. They're going to win this in dominant fashion. Give me them here, minus 4 in game number 1. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, and I'm actually going to go with the Mavericks player, though. Give me Derrick Jones Jr. to go over 3.5 rebounds against the Timberwolves. I love this over for Jones in this game. We're going to see him crash the glass at least a little bit here in this one, and I believe that for a few reasons. The first reason is because the Mavericks, they simply just need him to, and he's been playing a lot of minutes during the playoffs. This postseason, Jones Jr., he's averaging 30.5 minutes per game, and that's translated into 3.8 rebounds per game, which is right at this number. And apparently Jones, he just loves playing against the big men in the Timberwolves too, because over his last 3 games versus Minnesota, all 3 of those games were this season. Jones, he's averaged 7.7 rebounds per game, and he's hit the over 3.5 rebounds in all 3 of those games. Look for Jones just to sneak around on the baseline and do maybe 4 putback dunks and get us that over rebounds. Regardless, I think he's going to grab a handful of them throughout this one. Give me Derrick Jones Jr. to go over 3.5 rebounds versus the T-Wolves.
Yeah, I like the play there. I'm going to go with Rudy Gobert, over 12.5 rebounds going up against the Mavs. This is going to be short and sweet because I already talked about everything I need to talk about for this player prop. The Dallas Mavericks are undersized, and while they are undersized, even if they had a guy who can match up with Rudy Gobert, not a whole lot of people can out-rebound Rudy Gobert this season. I think getting 12 rebounds in this game is way too low. I honestly think he's going to go out there and drop a 20-20 game. He could probably do that blindfolded against the Mavs. A lot of people, they were clowning Rudy Gobert going up against Nikola Jokic, but that's an MVP caliber player. He's won it back-to-back years, and he's also had to deal with Aaron Gordon in that series, who both of those guys have the ability to step out, hit the three from the perimeter, and they're more athletic than Rudy Gobert. Towns is going to be able to step out and guard P.J. Washington, and that's going to leave Rudy Gobert in his home, his nice, comfortable home in the paint the entire game. He's going to get a lot of rebounds in this game, and I think the Timberwolves would be dumb not to run the pick and roll every single play with Rudy Gobert. I'm going to take the big man here, over 12.5 rebounds. I love his points as well. He's going to have a 20-20 game. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
I love the Gobert love. I'm going to go with the Timberwolves minus 3.5 versus the Mavericks and the under 53.5 total points in the first quarter. I feel like both teams are going to come out just a little bit tight in the first quarter. Both teams elite defensively, so we don't need to worry about that. T-Wolves, they're going to pull it out by the end of it with that home crowd behind them. Also going with Derrick Jones Jr. over 3.5 rebounds versus the T-Wolves. He loves grabbing boards against Minnesota. He doubles this number on average this season against them, so I expect him to smash it.
Yeah, we both like the T-Wolves here -4. And important to win your home games in the playoffs. I think they're going to dominate here with the size. And then Rudy Gobert with that size, over 12.5 rebounds against the Mavs. Again, if you like his points, go with points. I might take him to have a 20-20 game. I think it would probably be a lot, plus a lot of money. So love the play there for Rudy Gobert. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Wednesday, May 22nd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please share, drop a like in this video, and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,